All right, first problem on the quiz. It's a histogram and it represents the distribution of scores on a 10-point quiz. And the first question is, what score has the highest frequency? Can either one of you define frequency for me?
Isn't it frequency the amount of times it like shows up in the set?
Yep. It's how frequently it showed up. So frequency is how frequently. So a score of 0, 10 people got a score of 0 either because they got nothing right or they didn't show up. Who knows? Probably they didn't show up. How many people got a score of 2?
1.
Okay, so the frequency of a score of 2 is 1, which means one person got a 2 on this quiz. Okay, so which score has the highest frequency? What do you guys say?
7.
Okay, 7 has the highest frequency because it's highest, and we both agree. Awesome. So we're going to do 7, and it's going to tell us that happy thing. Except I can't find the happy thing button. Hold on. Okay, we don't submit yet because it's a 3-part problem. So we go next, and now it says, what frequency corresponds to a score of 6? So where do we want to look for the 6? On the horizontal or vertical axis?
Horizontal.
So we want to look here. You agree, both of you? You don't agree with yourself. Okay, so maybe here.
I think it's there, yeah.
Okay, so it says score of 6. So that means we want to go to here, yeah? Okay. And it asks what frequency corresponds to a score of 6. So we've got this 6, and it's asking how many got a 6. So what are we going to say here?
11.
11. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. 11. Good. All right, and then we do next. Thank you for teaching me how to use this. I've never been on this side, really. Okay. What is the total number of people who made a score? Made a score? Made. They didn't create it. How made a score between 3 and 5? I guess people say made sometimes, but I would say got or earned. Okay, so between 3 and 5. And it says inclusively. Does one of you want to tell me what inclusively means?
Is it 21?
I couldn't hear you, sorry.
Is the answer 21?
I don't know. I didn't do the math yet. So inclusively means 3, 4, or 5. You're including 3 and 5. So inclusively just means including the endpoints. So let's see. 3 had 2 plus 12 is 14 plus, looks like 7. 14 plus 7 is 21. Is that what you got too, Bobby?
Yes.
Okay, so 21. All right, I think that was it for this one. So problem 1, we wrote, wait, oh, it's a quiz, so it doesn't tell me I'm right till we're done. Is that what's happening?
Yes.
Okay, sorry, I've never taken a quiz before. I've only done the practice and certify stuff. Okay, so, all right, this is the graphs that, like, a lot of people don't like. So here's this graph that says cats treated and dogs treated. And I don't like that it's reversed, but whatever. Cats are pink and dogs are grayish. And step 1, were there more dogs or more cats treated during the entire week? So we actually have to already look at the entire week. So I'm going to rearrange a little bit. Okay, so it's asking us if there's more dogs or cats treated during the entire week. So I don't know why I did cats first. I'm going to do dogs first because they're on the top. So let me move this down. Oop, it's not letting me move it. Okay, whatever. Let's do another one here. Let's do dogs. Dogs. Okay, so the dogs treated on the entire week. How many dogs? I'm doing dogs first because they're on the bottom. That makes sense, right?
Yep.
Okay, so how many dogs were treated on Monday?
6.
Okay, and Tuesday?
3.
Oh, why is it going down? This is why I like the pen and paper better, but it wasn't working. You guys know that from earlier. Okay, and then Wednesday?
3.
3 again. Oh, and then another one, so fine. Okay. Okay, and then, so that's, wait, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So now we just have Friday left. How many treated on Friday?
1.
Just 1. Okay. So we can add that up. 6 plus 9 is 15. 16, you guys get 16?
Yep.
Don't ever trust my counting. It's really bad. And I'm not sure why this went like that, and I'm going to try to fix it. Yeah, this is why I wish I just had a pencil. So funny. Okay, so now we're on cats, and cats are on top. So on Monday, this bar on top is the number of cats. The cats are sitting on top of the dogs. How many cats were treated on Monday?
I really have no idea how to read that graph.
Okay. Bobby, do you have a clue? That sounded really horrible.
Well, that would seem like 3, that amount right there.
Okay, this amount right there, you're seeing 3. So Trey, can you see that the top of it is at 9?
Yeah, I see that.
Okay, so the cats are just the pink part of it. So if you do the 9 minus the 6 that was filled in with dogs, then do you see that that's 3? Okay. The other way that I like to look at it is that between each little mark is 2. So I can just see that right here we've got 2, and then there's a half of a thing, so there's 3. But either way, does that make sense now?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, yeah, I hate these kinds of bar graphs. I prefer the side-by-side and other ones. But since they're doing the total number of things treated, and it's probably like a booking thing or something, I don't know. So let me see if I can make this number go in there. Okay, so we decided 3, right, for Monday for cats?
Yeah.
And I didn't think the 3 was going to go where I wanted it to go. Damn it. Excuse me. Oh, I shouldn't curse. Okay, that wasn't really a curse, right? Do we agree? So let me get rid of this one and see if it'll let me write in here. There, okay. So, yeah, I'm going to try to make my pencil thing work again because I am not a typing person. Okay, so cats on Monday we agreed was 3, and you guys have probably already gone ahead of me because of this whole slow typing thing. Tuesday, how many cats were treated? 4. So there's 2. I see like 2 in the middle section and then 1 and 1. Bobby, did you do 7 minus 3?
Exactly.
That's what I thought you did. I don't know. I don't like numbers. So Trey, can you see that 7 minus 3, which is 4, or how do you see it?
I see that 7 minus 3.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. For a math person, I certainly don't like numbers. Okay, so Wednesday, how many do you see?
2.
2.
Okay, so 5 minus 3 is what you did?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So 2 plus... Okay, Thursday, I see a lot.
8 and 3. So
8
5.
minus 3. 5, okay. And then Friday...
3 and 1.
3? Where did you see 3?
5 minus 1.
Okay. Oh, I know what you were doing. Because you can tell it's an odd number because it's in between. So 5 minus 1, so 4. Yeah, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, not a plus. Now we get an equals. Okay, 3 plus 4 is 7, plus 2 is 8, 9, plus 4 is 14, plus 4, 18.
Yes.
Agreed? Don't trust my counting.
Yes,
It's,
I got 18.
okay,
Looks
it's
like 18.
okay. It's not good. All right, but regardless, it asks you, were there more dogs or more cats treated during the week? So what do we say?
More cats.
cats.
Okay, more cats. Okay, all those cat people. Okay. All right, next. Are we good with that one?
Yes, we're good.
Okay, and now we know how to read those graphs, which are my least favorite kinds of graphs. Okay, on which day was the greatest total number of cats and dogs treated? So the keywords to me here are total, well, greatest total, cats and dogs. So we're not looking at this line, we're looking at the total number, right? So which day was the greatest total number?
Monday.
Monday. And that's the greatest total number because all the dogs and cats got sick over the weekend or whatever it was. Okay, so Monday. Monday, the worst day of the week. Okay, next. Oh, okay, so now we're on a different thing. All right, find the mean of the following data. Assume that the data set is a sample. Round your answer to the nearest hundredth if necessary. Okay, one of you tell me what a mean is.
It's the average of the whole set added together.
Yeah, so you add them together and then what do you do?
Divide by the number of how many numbers is in the set.
Yeah, and that sounds kind of annoying, right? No, you guys are okay with it?
Yeah, I'm good with the mean.
Okay, so do you want to do this one or should we just move on because you got it? Because I can also show you how to do it I can show you how to do it in Excel, and there's going to be more complicated data things later that it might be good for you to see how to do in Excel. Do you want me to show you or just move on because we're not there yet?
No, you can show us.
Okay, so you do copy data, and it says okay, and then we need to open an Excel spreadsheet. So I'm going to pause while I open an Excel spreadsheet. Okay, so I copied the data, and I've opened an Excel spreadsheet, and now I'm just going to do paste and hope it works. Paste, there they are. Those are all the numbers, and I do want to make it bigger, but I don't want to zoom in because it'll mess everything else up. So I'm just going to make it bigger. Hold on for just a second. Now that we have it in Excel, there's a couple different ways to deal with it. We can click on this cell over here because when we go over there, it can do all sorts of stuff with this data. It can put it in smallest to largest order. It can find the mean, median, mode. Lots of different ways to do it. Hold on for just a second. Let me find the thing. Okay, so I'm not sure if it recorded earlier or not, but you just go into this column and then you go to home, and here you click on average, and then it assumes that you want the average of A1, boop, boop, through K1, and you hit enter, and it gives you the 18. And then you kind of look at the data set and you go, well, the smallest thing was a 9. The biggest thing was a 26. And there's a bunch of 16s and 19s and 15s and some 20 stuff. So does 18 feel like that could be a reasonable average?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay. So, and using Excel for just an average is not that worthy, but there's stuff we're going to do later, so I wanted to just introduce you to it now. So let me then shrink Excel and hope the thing behind it is what we're looking at. Yes, 18. 18. Okay, so let's see if it likes that. Next. All right, I'm going to make this a bigger screen now. Next, Susan is calculating her final grade in biology. The grade is broken down as follows: tests, labs, and final exam. Susan's category averages are the following. Round your answer to the nearest tenth. Okay, so we are going to find her final grade in biology. All right, with problems like this, I just have to do them on paper because I can't deal with anything else besides paper. So Susan's calculating her final grade in biology. It's broken down as follows. Tests are 50% of her grade. So 50% of her grade is tests. The lab, which she got an 88 on, is 30% of her grade. We all see that? Is it big enough for you guys to see that? So, all right. Okay, good. And then, so, let me see. Tests, 50%. Labs, 30%. Final exam is 20%, so that's not too stressful. 20%. This does indeed add up to 100%, which is kind of refreshing and good. All right. So, what we're going to do here is we're going to calculate their grade broken up weighted like we do in our class. I have a video about this, but we're just going to do it really quickly here. I wish I do have sticky notes. Good. Okay, so if the tests are worth 50% of their grade, what do we need to multiply that by? Did you guys watch that video perchance?
Isn't it 80 times 0.5?
80 times 0.5, right. So rather than the 50%, we're going to do boop times 0.5, and then the 88 times, that was 30%, so times what? 0.3, and then another sticky note. Sticky notes save the world. Okay, and then 92, that was 20% times 0.2. And to make this clearer for people watching it later, I'm going to do times 0.5, 0.3, 0.2. I don't know that that actually made it clearer, but I try. Okay, so let's calculate all those. Well, 80 times 0.5 is half of 80, so that's 40, so I don't actually need a calculator for that. 88 times 0.3, did one of you guys already do that? Because I can't do that without a calculator. I mean, I can.
26.4.
What'd you get?
I got 26.4.
26.4, which feels kind of right, because 0.3 is close to a third, and 88 is close to 90, and that's close to 30, so, okay. Did that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so 92 times 0.2, did anybody do that yet?
I got 18.4.
Okay, which makes sense because 90 times 2 is 180, but it's times 0.2, so, okay. What did you say, 18 point?
4.
Okay, all right. So,
The 26 was 0.42.
Oh, that was a 4? Oh, thank you for telling me
Yeah.
now instead of like after it's recorded and published, because that's just bad. All right, and that makes sense because 3 times 8 is 24, so there's that 4 in the first column. Okay. All right, so you get 40 of your total points from that 80% on tests. You get 26 of your total points from the 88 on labs, and you get 18.4 of your points from your final exam. And then we just add those up. So we get a 0.8. I'm hoping, I don't think we're going to get an A. I think it's going to be a B and I'm going to cry. But, okay, so 0.8, and then we've got 6 plus 8, which is 14. Is that right? I hope you guys are doing this on the calculator and double checking me. And then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8. Oh, it's not even a high A. Oh, because the tests were really, or not, the tests were a low B. So, even with your A on the final and your almost A on the lab, like, it just wasn't enough. So, 84.8%. Okay, and that does, like, the final was only 20%, so that means you gotta, like, study for the tests, too, not just for the final. So, 84.8%. Did that make sense and kind of remember it from the video? Okay, so 84.8%. And anyone you want to skip on the Hawks quiz that we're doing, we can. So 84.8. And the percent is already there. And I don't know what will happen if I put the percent in there. So I always try to look outside the box and go, what did they give me? What didn't they give me? On a paper test, if you didn't tell me percent, you might lose a little bit or something. And then we look in the directions, round your answer to the nearest tenth. That is a tenth of a percent. I wish it said nearest tenth of a percent, but whatever, that's a tenth because it's the tenth's place value. Okay, so I'll move that over so you can still see it. 84.8, whatever. Okay, so good with that one? Moving on?
Yep.
Okay, next. Okay, use your knowledge of pie charts to do the following. This might be time consuming. We'll see. The total of all frequencies in a frequency table is 272. So what is that means, like, the total of all frequencies in a frequency table, that means like all the people that took the quiz or everybody there or all the things that they were recording. There's 272 total things. If a section in a pie chart corresponds to an item with a frequency of 75, what is the size of the angle corresponding to the circular wedge? That's I didn't know they were doing that in this section, but we're going to bring our little paper over here and we're going to just do this and it's going to be fine. So, all right. So we're using a pie chart, right? So what is a pie chart? Tell me anything you know about one.
Isn't it 360 degrees?
It's 360 degrees. Okay, so it's round. It's 360 degrees. And the entire pie has how many people in it?
272.
There's 272 total people in it. And they're saying that if a section of the pie chart corresponds to an item with a frequency of 75, so 75 out of 272, that's like less than a third. Can we all kind of agree with that?
Yeah.
Okay, so all right, so then we got the pie chart here, the one we're actually going to make, and we need 72. So I'm going to make that be less than a third by kind of, in my head, making a peace symbol. Does that sound okay? That's like a quarter, isn't it? That's like way too much like a quarter. Okay, I almost have to redo that because I can't handle it. I'm going to redo it. I can't handle it. All right, hold on. I don't know why that bothered me so much. Hold on. So here we have 75 out of how many people?
272.
272. Okay. Did one of you already stick that in your calculator by any chance?
Yeah, I did.
And what'd you get when you did 75 divided by 272?
I got 0.2757.
0.2757. Okay, so that's like 27.57% or whatever. So 0.2757 of the entire circle, which you told me earlier was 360 degrees. Okay, so stick that in your calculator. What do you got? All right, we stuck it in our calculator. We got 99.252 degrees, and I know that they don't want that kind of accuracy here, so let's see if we can bring that down and see what they ask you to. Round your answer to the nearest degree is what they say right there, nearest degree. So what are we going to do for the nearest degree?
Wouldn't degree just be 99?
Yeah, because it's a 2, so it doesn't go up. It just stays 99. So we're going to stick that in there. Boom. 99. 99. And they already have the little degree symbol. So next. Okay. All right. So we are only on question 5 out of 16. Do you want to do all of them, or what do you want to do? This one's incredibly time consuming. All right. So, oh, this is step 2 of 2. For some reason, I was thinking it was a different problem, but I don't know why. All right. Anyway, so it asks us, could a pie chart be constructed from the following data set? And it tells us percent spent on each item. In order to make a pie chart, what do you need to have?
The numbers need to add up to 100.
Yeah, you need to have all the data. Okay, so let's see. We've got 30 plus 14 is 44, plus 4 is 48, plus 52 is 100. Did you guys get 100 when you added them up?
Yes, it's 100.
Okay, good, because I don't trust my math without a calculator. I like doing it, but I don't trust it. Okay, so yes is our first thing. It tells us we can copy the data. I don't know that there's any really good reason to do that, and I think we're done with Excel for right now. Okay. Oh, that's all it asked us to do, was if we could make a pie chart. So that one was done. All right. So I thought it was going to make us make the pie chart like some of the ones in the homework where it just took forever. Okay, consider the following. Frequency table, how many hours do students watch TV each week? Determine the relative frequency. Okay, so frequency is number of people who did something. So 3 people watched TV for 14 to 22 hours a week. Determine the relative frequency of the 4th class. And I don't like the word class. I feel like category is a better word, but this is just the word statisticians use. So which one of these is the 4th class?
41 to 49.
Okay. So first, second, third, fourth. Okay. So there's 11 people in this 4th class. So forget the pie chart. There's 11 people in the 4th class, and we need the relative frequency. So relative to what? When it says relative frequency, what does it mean relative to? Any thoughts on what that means? Relative.
I have no idea.
Okay, no idea. That's a perfectly fine answer. Bobby, you got any idea what it means when they say relative frequency?
All the frequencies.
Relative to everybody. So rather than just how many people did it, how many people out of everybody. So it's going to be, it asks for, and they actually ask it for as a simplified fraction, which I've never seen them do that before, but whatever. So if it needs to be out of everybody, what do we do to find everybody?
Add them all up there.
Add them all up.
Together.
So now I'm going to come over here and I'm going to add them all up because I like to add them all up like underneath so I can go like that in my head. And I'm going to add backwards because I feel like that's easier. So 10 plus 11 is 21, plus 5 is 26, plus 4 is 30, plus 3 is 33. Did you guys get that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good, because again, don't trust my math. 11 out of 33, which is very handily. They said to make it a simplified fraction. This is one of the most common things to get dinged for. Do you guys agree that 11 out of 33 can be written as 11 out of 3 times 11?
Yeah.
Okay, and then we take this big old fat 11 elevenths and cancel it out because it's really just 1 is 11 elevenths.
Mm-hmm.
So we get 1/3. So reducing the fraction is the thing there that's probably going to get people. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so 11 out of 33 is the same as 1/3. And if after, not on a quiz, because you can take a quiz a million times, but like on a test, if you put in 11 out of 33 and it marks you wrong for not simplifying it, you can send me a text or a picture of that, and I'll go back in and give you partial credit at least, because simplifying fractions is not what this class is about. Okay, so we're going to put in fraction, boop, 1, boom, 3, and then go next. Okay. Did it like it? Are we on a different thing now? Oh, this is the same thing, except we're doing the third class. Is this the same data?
Yeah.
Okay, so this time it's the third class. Boom, boom, boom. So we still have the same total, right?
Yeah.
So this time, since it's the third class right there, it's the 5 out of 33. We agree?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and it doesn't reduce because 5 is a prime and 33 is 3 times 11, so there's nothing that can possibly reduce about it. And so that one, this entry stuff is a little bit time consuming. I'm glad that I'm doing this because I don't know what you guys do. I haven't been on your side that much. Okay, 5/33. Next. Okay, now we have, maybe this is the one that's all time consuming. Okay, so Mark has accumulated $360,000 in a savings account. Sweet. I want to meet Mark. So, sorry, that was totally inappropriate. Okay, so he has all this money in savings and wishes to invest his money sensibly. What types of investments? Oh, the types of investments and their corresponding percentages recommended by his financial advisor are shown in the following circle graph. Okay, so this is where he should invest his money, as if any of us have any money to invest right now. We're all just surviving, please. Find the amount of money that Mark should invest in real estate. Okay, so what percentages of his money should he invest in real estate?
35.
He should invest 35% of his money in real estate. And how much money does he have?
360,000.
Okay, 360,000. Does that fit on the screen? Sort of. Okay, so what are we going to stick in our calculator? Because 35%. Some calculators have a percent button, but I feel like that's just, I don't know. I don't know how those work.
0.35 times 360,000.
5 times 360,000. Okay, so you guys are probably doing this, but I'm going to do it too. I don't know if you can see it.
Can I say something?
Yep. Of course.
Some of these are from 1.1, and I feel pretty good about that. I actually need to go practice 8.1
Okay, so
for the quiz.
let's pretend like we did this one and move on. I'm going to stop for a second. Okay, so we've skipped a bunch of stuff, and we've gotten to this one that asks us about the median, and there's 2 different ways to do this one. First, I think I want to do it on paper, honestly, because paper is the best way to do everything when it's not too bad. And then I want to do it in Excel. Does either one of you know what median means? With no pun intended with the word median and mean. But what does median mean?
The middle value.
Okay, the middle value. Okay, but before we can find the middle value, what do we need to do to these numbers?
Put them in order.
We got to put them in order, and that's really annoying when they're not on paper. So can you guys identify the lowest number?
That's 11.
11 is the lowest number. And then if we were on paper, we could cross out the 11 and know that we did it, but we're not. So, okay, what's the next number after 11?
15.
Okay, 15. Okay, and then it looks like there's 11's gone, 15's gone, 17 next. Do we agree? 17's next. Okay, 17. And then it looks like there's 2 18's. Am I right?
That's right.
Okay, so 2 18's. And we have to write them both because they both count. Okay, so 18, 18. I'm going to move over. After 18, I don't see a 19. I don't see a 20. I see a 21. Is there only one 21?
Yeah.
21. Okay, and then the next up, I only see 122. Is that right?
Yes,
ma'am.
Okay, and I'm wondering if I'm going to run out of paper here. 22, which is another reason it's annoying when it's not on paper. Okay, so 22. Then I see 2 23s. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so 2 23s. 23. 23. Okay, and then a 24 and a 28, right? Okay, 24, 28. Okay, so that's the entire set in order, written in a hot mess way. What we first need to do is make sure that we have all the numbers, because missing a number is the most common thing. So we're going to count. I'll count here first. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 numbers. And then we're going to count down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, we did get them all. Awesome, fantastic. So the median is the middle number, and to get to the middle number, you go in. You get rid of the biggest, the smallest and biggest, and then you go in one more, next biggest, next smallest, one more, next biggest, next smallest, one more. We make sure we do it at the same time, and then right here, I like to use green for this, but I don't have my green. It doesn't matter. Then right here, that is the median. It's the one in the middle. Sometimes when there isn't one, there's other stuff to do, but when there is a number in the middle, there's just as many up here. It's 11, so there's 5 up here, 5 down here, and that one dude in the middle. Okay?
Yep.
Does that kind of make sense? Now, I do want to show you the... Okay, we've skipped through a bunch of stuff that we felt like was not too bad. Identify whether the following data set is unimodal, bimodal, multimodal, or has no mode. Assume that the data set is a sample and find the modes, if any, if they exist or something. Okay, so we've got all these things. What's mode mean? Either
I'm
one.
actually not sure what mode means.
Okay, so
Wait, is mode the number that shows up the most? Or
yep,
like the number
mode is the most. Mode is like in French, it means fashion, and so it's the most popular thing right then. It's the most common thing. So mode is the most. So you look for anybody that there's a bunch of. I see 231s right away. Is there anybody else repeated besides 31?
36.
36 is repeated. Okay, so there's not a ton of anything, but there's a bunch of 30. There's 2 31s and 2 36s. So those are the 2 most common. Is anybody else repeated?
No.
Okay, so if we could have figured out the get an order thing, which I'll work on later, then putting them in order actually would help with this, because then you definitely know how many of things there are. But there's 2 31s and 2 36s. So is there a mode?
It's bimodal.
It's bimodal, because bi means 2, like bicycle. Okay, and then this box appears. What do you think we're going to put in the box?
31 and 36.
We're going to put 31. Oh, why is it not letting me type? 31, comma, 36. I naturally would want to actually put an and sign, but I'm pretty sure that would be wrong. I don't know. Do you think they'll like an and sign? Should we not even mess with
I
it?
have no idea. I just
Okay.
am putting a comma.
Okay, I think comma is probably what they want. But again, if it's on a test, not a quiz because you can redo it, but on a test, if you put something where your meaning is correct but the computer freaks out, just send me a screenshot. It's fine. Okay, so next, we've done everything. Okay, I'm going to submit it even though we're not done, and then you can review it and print it. That's the thing. How do I turn it in?
It's on the top
Upper
right.
left, submit.
Yeah, I've never done this before. Okay, submit assignment. I'm not done, but yes. And what I want to show you guys to make sure everybody knows is you can, well, we didn't even do half of it, but you can review it. And Bobby, will you show me where to print it? Is it when you do review?
I don't know. I just take screenshots. And then
Oh,
I print those.
I thought you meant you could actually
Is there another way?
I don't think so. Trey, have you ever
I don't-
printed
I don't
anything?
see another way.
Okay. So when you
Yeah,
review,
I'm gonna print it.
it'll tell you which ones you can go through, and it'll tell you hopefully all the ones, and actually from the bar graph we could tell all the ones we actually did were right. So hopefully this helps, and ask me if there's more questions.